I actually noticed the symptoms before Mark, and I remember saying, like, am I crazy? Like, she's going to the bathroom a lot. She's constantly, asking for water. And he's like, don't even say it out loud.
Certainly didn't want to believe maybe that what I was seeing could be real. I was 13 when I got diagnosed, and I felt pretty guilty. I felt like, it was on me.
You don't need to be scared.
It's really hard with a child this young, trying to explain, why things are the way they are. We try to be as positive about it as we can.
I mean, it's a full-time job.
Okay, that's 2 cards.
We are her pancreas. The technology is amazing, but it's just not perfect.
It hurts when I do the robot changes and the pump changes. I don't want to have diabetes anymore.
When you have diabetes, you are more at risk for everything under the sun. She was diagnosed so young, I just really want her to live a healthy life, and I don't know, I worry about it for both of them. Just the long-term effects.
I don't worry about me anymore. I worry about her. So for me, a cure would mean she can be a kid. If you're a scientist and you're a researcher, you're a doctor, you're out there and you're trying to find a way to get to a cure, don't stop. We've come a long way, but we're not there yet.
I want people to know that there's an institute here in Miami that is absolutely dedicated to finding a cure for type 1 diabetes. I was always interested in translational research, but I wanted to see how I could discover something and then apply it to help people. And I saw an ad for the Diabetes Research Institute. I learned all about the transplantation of insulin-producing cells. It was fascinating. I'd had a daughter while I was a postdoc. When the physician told me that she had type 1 diabetes, I was stunned. I never heard of a baby with diabetes. Fast forward, she's a very grown-up young woman pursuing her own passions, but I decided that I wanted to come back and help find a cure. The challenge has always been you can transplant these insulin-producing cells and they work to reverse diabetes, but to prevent rejection of the transplanted tissues, to prevent the recurrence of type 1 diabetes, you have to use drugs that suppress the whole immune system. But we're in a place that I feel the field has never been. So for people like myself that have a daughter or a son with diabetes or a partner with diabetes, what we really need is something that can be more broadly applied. And I think we're at that place now. I'm actually at the point where I'll say 10 years from now, I believe there will be something that can help my daughter. All of this is happening because the technologies are being taken up by companies that put the investment in the development of the technology. Our doors are open to people to come to the lab to see what we do, to engage with us. They ask questions that make us think in a different way. Our field would not be where it is. We would not be this close to a cure if it were not for the DRI. But that would not have occurred if it weren't for our foundation and the donors that have generously given to support our work. By taking those results and sharing with the scientific community around the world, when we started, there was maybe 1 or 2 other places doing this kind of work, having any success at all, and now it's all over the world. I think the DRI's had a major role in what happens in the next decade.